All right. Perfect. Well, so as Tracy mentioned, many of you guys already know that Nu Skin is making a big investment. Our leaders are committed to making sure that we have the top-notch digital tools moving forward for you guys to be able to help build your businesses. We want to be attractive to everybody that's has the potential to come into the business right now. You know, we hear a lot of talk about millennials and how they're the next workforce that's really coming in right now, and we need to be positioned to help take advantage of these people coming in. I know that segment pretty well because I am one. So I'm on the tail end of the millennials, and so I've been able to be pretty tightly integrated with this project going on here at Nu Skin, and saying, you know, what kind of tools would I want if I were to be setting up my Nu Skin business, and what would that look like? I'm going to jump into a little bit about our OPS system. We've had our OPS system in the Nu Skin Americas for years, probably about 6 years, I would say. And a lot of people have tried it at one point or another and maybe had less than stellar results with it. And we recognize that. I actually got hired into this position a couple years ago to say, let's really start revamping this and let's see what we can make it. And we're pretty pleased with the direction that it's going right now. So we are implementing some of the features that you see me share today are some stuff that will probably carry over into our new Deloitte solutions that we have coming down the pipeline. And so we've kind of been testing out, you know, how this functionality works and where we can improve it. So if you haven't tried OPS in a while, after this webinar, make sure that you go sign up for it. I'm going to show you how to sign up. I'm going to show you how to implement these tools. If you feel like I'm going too fast at any point, this is being recorded. To get started with OPS, you're going to want to go to nuskin.com. And a little trick that maybe not everybody knows, but I like to just go to nuskinusa.com. And that doesn't make you choose a market. It takes you right to our beautiful homepage here. And when I get to this homepage, I'm going to want to go ahead and log in with my username and password. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in now to nuskin.com. And as soon as you are logged into nuskin.com, it is going to direct you back to Office, your Office dashboard. So if you come into Resources and Tools, there's a OPS link right here that will give you some more information, just overview on what OPS is. It also, there's a page in there that talks about our OPS mobile app. We have a great native mobile app for iOS and Android. So if you click on that link, you can go ahead and learn about that. That's just kind of a marketing page for OPS. And if you are signed up for the OPS sites, you'll see this widget right here in the middle of the page. So it's just going to be right underneath the main banner in Office. But there's this little widget back here that helps you do some of the main activities that we do from day to day on the OPS system. But before you'll see that widget, you have to be signed up for it. And so in order to do that, what you're going to want to do is come up to the top of the page, this very top header up here, where you see your name once you're logged in. And right now you see mine, Summers Nate. And you're just going to select that drop down right there. And you are going to click on OPS. So once you click on OPS, if you have not signed up before, it's going to start taking you through a wizard to set up your OPS site. The very first thing it's going to do is ask you what your OPS site name should be. And what I recommend on this is to keep it simple. Okay, guys? Mine, for example, is Nate because that's my first name. Other people do first name, last name. But when we start getting into kind of some of the, you know, longer names or names that aren't directly branded and associated with us, it starts to have a less of an impact. People have a harder time remembering what your OPS website is. And so I'd really recommend, you know, if it's Tracy that is telling her what to choose, I would just say, just name it Tracy if you can. If that's not available, it will pop up in red saying that site name isn't available. And at that point, you know, maybe she would go Tracy Schumacher on it, or whatever you want to do on that. But keep it simple, keep it branded to yourself. That's really important when it comes to social media, when it comes to our OPS sites, is to make sure that we're branding ourselves. After you click your site name, it's going to ask you for payment information on it. Now, OPS is free for everybody who's active in the business. Also, everybody gets a free 30-day trial of the OPS sites as well. And if you are not active, and active, Tracy, you might be able to help me on this, but I'm saying right now it's a 250 personal volume. Is that correct right now, Tracy?
Yeah, I believe it's 200. Excuse me.
You know what? It'll tell us right here. I'm going to hop over to our marketing page, and it's just going to tell us right here exactly what the active requirements are, so that you can see what that is. So if you're a distributor or qualifying exec, you need 200 L1 volume, and you need to have 5 customer sales per month. So with that, you'll be able to have the OPS sites for free. And once you go ahead, you put that payment information in there, but you will not be charged as long as you're active. With that, the main thing that I want to show you in here, through the prospecting, there is a digital media library. It has a bunch of different videos, PDFs that you can send out to people. It has an autoresponder system in it where you can set up drip email campaigns, and you can actually make your own custom campaigns, or you can choose from some that we have available for everyone. And you can set those to send out to a prospect however often you want.
Hey, Nate, will you
Yes.
cover a little bit? And I know you talked about how to get set up and make sure that you customize the sites so that they're easy to remember. Click on My Sites, because I don't think people realize that you have several sites. You have one that is, for example, mine is tracylynn.nsproducts.com
Yep.
and tracylynn.nsopportunity. So if somebody wants to see the opportunity, you can go into My Sites and you can customize what your website link will be. Say somebody is very interested in signing up and learning more about the Epic oils. You can customize the Epic oils. Same with the Pharmanex products.
Yes, definitely. That's a great point to bring up. And one that's not displaying in here that should be, and I need to figure out why it's not displaying in here, is your newskinops.com site. And that is probably my favorite out of all of them. The opportunity and products ones are great, but they have kind of limited information. They don't have all of the products on there, but the newskinops.com, I want everybody to write that down. That's also in the OPS shopping PDF. But that's the one that we're going to focus on today, and that is my absolute favorite site. So this is that newskinops.com site, and what is so amazing about this, why we love it so much, and need to really just, I encourage people to just focus primarily on this website, is that it is completely customer focused. So we are trying to make a very customer friendly shopping experience that has all of our products on it. And there's ways to dial and focus people in on just single products, but what you'll notice up at the top is the navigation. You see like skincare instead of new skin. That's what everybody else knows, our lotions and everything is skincare. And same with nutritionals instead of pharmaceutics. So it's a little bit more plain English, what consumers and retail customers are used to seeing. We make sure that we have all of our latest promotions on here, but then you notice that we're not highlighting like maybe the most expensive products we have, but we have like a whole section that's just dedicated to packages and products that are $50 or less.
Yeah, Nate, this is the one that I use as well, primarily. So
Yep.
we'll make sure that everybody on this webinar knows that for them to exclusively use this site, you will put on newskinops.com, so that they know how to activate that. Also, what's great about this is it gives you the option to set the prices at retail or wholesale.
Yes, yes, that is. I love that. So let me show you guys how that works a little bit. So what you want to do when you come to this site, you can see me up here at the top in this URL. I am going to type in my OPS site name. So I'm going to type in Nate, and then I'm going to type in newskinops.com. Okay, so that's how I would send somebody to my newskinops.com website. And so when I click that, what I want to check is this right here. I want to make sure that my information is showing up at the top. And the reason I want to do that is because that is what kind of my insurance is, that any transactions that happen on this, anybody that purchases through this, I'm going to get credit for that. Okay. And so you want to put in your OPS site name.newskinops.com. Make sure that your information passes up here at the top. And then just like Tracy said, let's go ahead and hop into a product here. Let's see, what's a fun one? We all like marine mud. So if I hop in here to this marine mud page, you can see I'm actually displaying the retail price on my page. And so you don't see an add to ADR cart button. You don't see a favorites button. You just see one button here. We've just really tried to dial it down and make it as simple as possible. You don't see multiple pricing types right here. I'm not logged in. If I was looking at this as a customer right now, I just clicked on the link, and I see this. I'm not logged in or anything, and I'm still only seeing one price right here. And it's just really simple experience for consumers. And by default, guys, your site is going to show preferred customer pricing, because we know that's the way that a lot of people choose to build their business. But it is very simple to change it to retail. So I'm going to show you how to do that quick. I'm just going to hop back over to this OPS dashboard here that we were in. Okay, so I'm back on the OPS dashboard. I'm going to click on my account. And once I pull up my account, this is all your settings for your site, guys. And so you can go in here and edit all of your contact information. This is your personal information is just what we have on file for you at Nu Skin, but your website display, this is what's going to control what displays at that top, in this top ribbon right here that I was talking about at the top of the page. So that's how you edit that information, is just right here in this website display. You can upload your photo. But what I want you guys to do is go and click on other settings right here, and then you'll click on your customer pricing. And that's what controls what pricing your customers see. And it also controls how people are signed up. If when they come to your site, I'm going to show you, when somebody makes a purchase, we're automatically signing them up either as a retail customer or as a preferred customer. And it's based off of this. Okay. So I'm going to click my retail pricing and click save on that. And you'll see a notification come up right here once my page loads saying success. Okay. So it was successfully updated. And so now I come over to my site and I'm going to see my preferred customer pricing in there. And what's really cool is now that I know that anybody that comes to this page, they're going to see that retail pricing. And if I click add to cart and check out, they just have a very simple shopping experience. You notice that normally if you were sending somebody here, they would see an ADR button right here and they're like, I don't know what ADR is. We've stripped that out. This is strictly just a retail customer experience, okay? And if I click continue, it's not going to ask me to log in to the website. It's just going to say, what's your shipping information, okay? There's no terms or conditions that they need to agree to. If your site is set up to be preferred customer, they would have to agree to policies and procedures right there. They would have to click yes that they agree to that. But on the retail customer, it's just a slick, simple experience. They put in their shipping information right here. They can say they want to create an account, yes or no. What that does is it sets up a web login for them. If they want to come back again, they would have that information. Either way, it's going to give them an ID number associated with that purchase, because they are being signed up as a retail customer. And that will be mailed to them.
Go back to the mud and show them how cool it is that with any of our products on this site, that ... you can share the custom URL that's attached to you as the distributor by clicking share URL, correct?
Yep. Yep, and that's the beauty of it. So we have this awesome retail experience, right? And then there's two different ways, right? Down here, if I clicked on that dot that Tracy said, I can just click that share URL, and then I get this customized URL, and I just hit copy on that. I could just go ahead and send this to my friend Jeff Nemelka, right? And say, here's that product that I was telling you about, and you're just gonna love it, right? So anyway, I love this functionality, and it's so simple to use. What you want to make sure is that you do not copy this URL up at the top and send that to somebody. That will not tie it back to your account. You won't see this information in there. You have to make sure that you use share URL, and that, or you can email it to somebody that will populate the right link. Any of these different web platforms, social platforms, it will produce that correct link for you. So if you shared this right now on your page, that would link over. But what I want to caution you with that is you're going to find a lot more success with the share URL functionality if you keep it small, if
Mm-hmm.
you do it in private conversations. Tracy, you have some experience with that. What have you
Yes.
found as you've used this?
Yes, and some of you guys have been on the last training we did on creating live Facebook events, or I term it Facebook parties, and inviting in, a small amount of people and really focus in on just a couple of products that you're educating the guests on those products. But if I'm not doing posting information on just a couple products in a private Facebook party, I use this tool that Nate is referring to in private messaging. I rarely will blast it out all over Facebook because people don't like to be sold like that. Now, the other thing I will do is where he showed how to send a custom link to someone, and I know Nate's going to cover this, is not only, remember, the prices are set at retail. You could send out a group email to a few of your friends saying, oh my gosh, guys, this week I'm running a special on Epic Glacial Marine Mud, one of my favorite detox muds, and I'm giving each of you guys 20% off if you get your purchase in just by using this promo code. Nate, why don't you show them how to attach promo codes?
Yeah, so there are actually 3 standard promo codes that you guys can share with retail customers anytime you want to as part of this webinar. But those promo codes are for 20%, 15%, or 10% off, like Tracy was saying. And there's all sorts of ways that you can use them. They are always existing. Let me go ahead and give those to you, and you can write them down. You can also get them in that PDF. So exclusive 20 is the 20% off. So that's going to be exclusive, the number 2, the number 0, exclusive 15, and exclusive 10. So I've heard all sorts of different ways of using these promo codes. Some people I've heard will say, like Tracy was saying with a group of friends, hey guys, here's 10% off to be able to purchase this product that I was telling you about that I love so much. And by the way, if you guys purchase again next month, I can give you 15% off. If you purchase the next month, I can give you 20% off. And if you purchase the 4th month, I can show you how you can always get the absolute most killer price on this. And then we talked to them about being a distributor because they're hooked on this product that we love so much. They've used it for 3 months already. So, there's lots of ways that you can do it. Other people will send out a promo code for 10%. And then if their friend doesn't purchase, they can say, oh, by the way, I saw that you didn't purchase today. Actually, just today, we are having 15% off. So you have multiple calls to action that you can provide to people, and that's really valuable. And you can decide how you want to use it. You experiment with different ways, and people are seeing success in lots of different ways with these promo codes.
Yes, and so one of the things that, sorry about that, one of the things that you guys need to be aware of is that those promo codes are set up for you to use, or your customers to use, on your newskinops.com site. So whatever you name your site, Nate showed you several sites that you can customize depending on what you're focusing. These promo codes only work for if your site is set up for retail. And how you tell your customer is when you check out, there'll be a little box after you place your order. There'll be a little box where you type in that promo code, exclusive 20, exclusive 15, and so on.
There's one last thing that I want to show you along with that share URL functionality that we highlighted right here. You'll notice that the share URL functionality is also at the top of the page. And the reason that we have that is you can actually, besides sharing specific products, you can share any page of this website. You'll notice up here we have a blog tab right here. And so we have a bunch of articles that aren't related to new skin. They're just good information, different that people would want to see. For example, want to learn more about fiber. People have fear about fiber. You know, this is the type of content that we're used to seeing on Facebook all the time, and it creates curiosity, draws intrigue. So what we can do is we can come to this article right here from the blog section, and we can say, I want to share that. We can go ahead and copy it and then share it to our Facebook. And now we are sharing information with our friends that they might find useful, but all of a sudden, where did they land? They landed on my website, right? So they see all these other articles here, but if they're curious, you know, and they want to go and learn a little bit more about nutritionals, then they're taken over to this beautiful page. And if they click into any of these and make a purchase, it's going to be tied back to me.
Thank you, Nate, so much. And thank you, everyone, for plugging in. I know that many of you guys have lots of questions, so you can all look forward to a continuation of some of these trainings. Nate, phenomenal job. Thank you so much for your time. And to everybody that plugged in, let's go make it a great day and utilize these fabulous resources. Take care. Bye-bye.